Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is GentooMan here, also known as Rainy, and I'm sort of staying on the streak. I missed yesterday. I took the day off to go sledding with my friends. It's a great, I don't know, it's probably not just Canadian, but in Canada, winter is like half the year, at least where I live. So sledding is a staple activity amongst me and my friends. That's what we did yesterday. Got a nice couple videos of my friends wiping out. Maybe, just maybe, I will post one. We'll see. Let me guys know if you want to see that. But otherwise, I got a good story time for you guys today, so let's hop into it. So this story time takes place like about a year ago now. And at this time, I was working in retail. And I think I've told a couple stories about my job in retail. And it was an experience, guys. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. Working retail was not my favorite job that I've ever worked, but definitely got me some decent stories here and there. So on this particular evening, I was closing the store, which sometimes I really hated because when it came to the management team at this place, the manager of the store, I really didn't like him. Truth be told, he was kind of a dickhead. And the assistant manager, I didn't really like her either. They both kind of sucked, I'm going to be honest. Whenever I had to close with one of them, I didn't enjoy it very much. However, of the three supervisors, they were all pretty chill. They were all pretty nice people. So I was closing with one supervisor on this particular evening. We're going to call her Tara. And Tara was a pretty nice girl, and she was pretty chill. I always enjoyed working with her. We talked about movies a lot. She was just pretty cool. And on this particular evening, I think it was like a Monday or a Tuesday, so it was kind of dead as fuck, you know? Like, nobody was really coming into the store. Like, it was really dead. We'd, cleaned up the store. Store looked fine. There wasn't really anything to do. So at a certain point, Tara was like, hey, do you guys want pretzels? Because it was me and this other girl who we're going to call Dawn, and we were closing with Tara. So Tara came up to me and Dawn. She's like, yo, you guys want pretzels? Because there was a pretzel place in the mall. She's like, I'm going to go get a pretzel. Do you guys, want one? We can, have pretzels together. And we're like, sure, that sounds dope. So Tara goes, and she gets 3 pretzels, and we're all just kind of sitting at the front counter eating pretzels and talking. And, we're just talking about, this, that, and the other thing. Nothing too crazy. And we eventually get onto the subject because Tara brings up, this girl she knows who does OnlyFans. And, we're talking about that and just, opinions on that. And, if you want to know my opinion, if that's your thing, you go for it. More power to you. And we're talking about that. And the reason I bring that up is because that conversation segued into Dawn saying that she respects people who do it, but she would never do OnlyFans, but she does do Feet Finder. Now, I'm going to assume that most of you know what that is, but for those of you who don't, some folks aren't into the typical ass or titties or face or thighs or, the normal things. Some people are into feet. And I mean, granted, I've never been on the site, but to my knowledge, Feet Finder is is it Feet Finder, Foot Finder? What the hell is it called? I actually don't know. It's one of the two, but that website is sort of like OnlyFans, but it's just for pictures of people's feet. You subscribe to a certain person and you see pictures of their feet, I think. I mean, I don't know the specifics. I don't know. I've never been on the website. This is not me exposing myself. PSA announcement. Rainy does not have a foot fetish, okay? Please just remember that. But anyways, we're kind of just talking about that. And, they just kind of go back and forth. And she says that, she wouldn't really want to do, full body, with her face or anything. She never posts her face. She never wanted to do OnlyFans. But she does Feet Finder. I don't know what the hell it's called. But that's what she does. And she said she made pretty decent money off of it. And she said it's been pretty good. And she said she just started, 3 weeks ago, I think it was at the time. She said she'd already made $1,000, so that was pretty cool. And we continue our conversation for a bit. We finish our pretzels, and sooner or later, we have to close the store, and we all get out of there. So fast forward a couple of days into the future, and I'm back at work. I walk back in, I'm closing again, and this time I'm closing with a different supervisor. We're going to call this supervisor Victoria. And I was closing with Victoria, and also, once again, I was closing with Dawn. And it was towards the end of the evening, and I don't really know where Victoria was, but Dawn was on cash, and we had a little bit of a lineup. And I was just kind of, walking around. I was doing that thing you do in retail where you kind of just walk around, look at the product, like straightening hangers. Boring as shit. So basically, I was just walking around doing nothing. And then I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and there's Dawn. And she's like, hey, I really have to go, like, make a phone call really quickly, so can you, like, cover cash for me? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. So I hop on cash, and I take the next couple customers. So, a little bit of time goes by. I stay posted on cash. I'm just doing work and stuff. And eventually, the time comes for my break. So I leave cash, I go to the back, and I go to the fridge so I can get my food. And as I'm grabbing my food, I see Dawn just sitting at the table in the back. So I ask her how she's doing. She's like, you want to hear something crazy? And I'm like, sure. And she's like, Feet Finder just tried to rob me. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And she's like, yeah, I had to call my bank because there was a bunch of, like, unauthorized charges on my card. And I'm like, whoa, like, back up. Like, what? She's like, no, like, here, I'll show you. And she shows me her bank app. And you know how you can go into, like, where all your, like, transactions are? She went into that, and there was just, like, a bunch of, like, $200 charges from, like, to Feet Finder, like, minus 200 out of her account. So, obviously, like, I asked her the logical question. I'm like, do you, like, follow anybody? Do you, like, subscribe to anybody? She's like, no, I don't. Like, I don't subscribe to anything. I just, like, I post things. And I'm like, is there, like, a fee to have an account or something? She's like, not that I know of. Yeah, she had just spent, like, an hour on the phone with her bank trying to figure this out. I don't know if she did. I don't know if she ever saw that money back again, but suffice to say, Dawn ended up closing her Feet Finder page. And, like, she was a pretty cool person. I enjoyed working with her. I talked about her, like, Jujutsu Kaisen with her a lot. She was a fan as well, so that was always pretty cool. But the moral of today's story is do not open a Foot Finder page because apparently they'll rob you, or maybe, I don't know, maybe they won't. I don't know. I'm not on there. But in case there's some of y'all that are freaky in the audience there, I'll tell you all what. If you get this channel to 1K subscribers, a measly 1K, we need 400 more to get there. 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'll do a video of opening my own Foot Finder page. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for me. I hope you enjoyed this story time. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later.